Welcome to session 0 of The Lost Continent featuring Astrolotree and his character Cecelia. So, let me do this. Your journey starts down here in Mellow, and specifically in the capital city of Porta, which is along the coast of the Agni Seas, which is right over here. And it's about midday, and you are in the bunkers in the barracks of the Korun military. And you are about to go on your scheduled patrol, which is patrolling the docks, making sure there's no riffraff, uh, there's no scuffles, looking for contraband, etc. And today you're supposed to go with one of your colleagues, but they had to leave for personal matters. So today there's just you patrolling the docks. As you leave your barracks, you start walking towards the docks, you notice a heavy, thick fog rolling in from the ocean. And it's getting harder and harder to see as you start rounding the corner. And then you hear a scream coming from the docks that is loud and shrill, but is ultimately cut short. As you enter the docks, the fog is very thick. It is very hard to see more than 20 or so feet in front of you, and you can barely make out the sight of dead bodies everywhere. What do you do?
Taylor lets out a puff and says, "Same shit as always," and moves forward to investigate. Can I make a perception check to see if I see anything moving?
Go for it. Currently, the only movement you see is the flickering of the lanterns lining the docks. But with the fog being so thick, some of them are obscured in the fog.
Well, no time like the present.
As you move closer, you can start to make out more and more of what's happening, and you stumble across a dead sailor, his throat slashed, blood spilling out along the ground.
Hmm. Do I recognize the outfit at all?
You recognize the outfit as one of those belonging to Mello's trading companies. Not quite sure which one, but it's definitely one you've seen around the dock before, and it has a symbol on it that you've seen flying from the flags of the boats that usually come into port.
This is going to be a lot of paperwork. Do I notice the bodies that I can see in the wave?
Yes, you do. You notice that there are
Do they
two
look like...
bodies.
Yeah.
They look like commoners. There's nothing distinctive about their clothing or their affects that leap out at you.
Okay. I think then I make my way further down this kind of outcropping here.
I think you might be stuck on a wall. I think you have to move up first. Yeah. There you go. As you come across more and more, as you come across more bodies, you notice that they all seem to be either merchants or sailors from various ships and companies in the ports. They all seem to have their throats slit or their bodies dumped in the water.
Is there a pattern to, I guess, the sailors or the dock workers? Like, what would they be working on? Or does this just seem like kind of random slaughter of just people who are here?
Can I get an insight check from you?
Absolutely.
You don't see any kind of pattern, but you do notice that the blood that is lying on the ground has kind of coagulated and dried for these victims closer to this pier, whereas the first body you found seemed to have been fresher. The blood hadn't dried up yet and hadn't coagulated yet. The bodies also seem fairly cold to you, like they've been here for a decent amount of time.
Oh, shit. Alright. Might as well report it. Kind of looking over. Do I notice this body in the water here?
Yes, you do.
What does it look like?
It looks like an orc sailor or crew member or something. You can't quite make it out because it's being washed by the waves and it's fairly foggy, but you can make out the defining features of an orc's tusks. But other than that, you don't really notice anything particular about him.
Bird slash?
It's too far away from you in the water for you to be able to tell. You do notice that the ship manifests and the docking schedule next to you on the board over here.
I take a look at it. Yeah, absolutely.
You see that there are 4 scheduled ships for this time. Two merchant class ships, and then 2 pedestrian smaller ships.
And how many ships are there docked at the moment?
So you see
that number,
one,
or
you see one
yeah.
large merchant class ship over here, and then you see 3 smaller, commoner, traveling ships.
Oh, somebody lied. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to take this down, roll it up, and stuff it just like in a coat pocket.
Okay.
I don't want anybody tampering with this after the fact. Where's the dockmaster when you need them? All right. Can I make my? Would I know where the dockmaster would generally be?
Usually he can be found by the merchant ships, as he has to check the cargo and make sure that no one is smuggling in people or goods.
Okay. I will head in that direction then.
As you approach the left side of the docks, you see a hooded, robed figure crouching over a body and rifling through its pockets. He has not noticed you yet.
There's kind of a, like, almost pitiful expression on Cecilia's face, like, you need to be better than that. And I'd like to make a stealth check to come up and then, like, kind of just hand on mouth, other hand, like, on the dagger arm.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth roll.
It's gonna be a 25.
Yeah, I don't think he's beating that. He does not notice you as you sneak up behind him.
So what are we looking for? Anything of interest?
Shocked and alarmed, his body freezes as you whisper that into his ear, and your hand is on his daggered holding arm. He then whispers something that you either can't make out or can't quite understand, and tries to turn around to look at you.
Okay. Would that be a... I want to try and disarm him, if I can.
Okay. What would you be... Describe how you'd be trying to disarm him.
Like, as I have the arm on the hand, I want to, like, kind of move it up and, like, try to grab the knife from him. Grab the knife or dagger from him.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Just straight dexterity?
Yeah, just straight dexterity.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, so as you try to disarm him, he moves with unnatural grace. Like, he's obviously seems to have killed before and is familiar with a blade, and your attempt to disarm him fails.
What's the shots?
Now,
Right.
he is now facing you, and he is going in for a swipe at you at neck level. Can I get one more dexterity roll from you, or dexterity save?
Dexterity save, yeah.
Yes, dexterity save.
13.
You're in luck. As he goes to swipe at you, you are able to move back out of the way fast enough, and we are now going to start combat.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll for initiative while I get the music set up. Okay. So it looks like you are going first.
All right. Uh, disappointed, but not unsurprised. Is going to take out a short sword from hilts on their belts and just go up and just try and attack. Like, just quick jab at this individual.
Go for it.
Oh,
That hits.
that's a crit.
Yes, it is. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. So that is going to be 9 points of damage.
Describe how you killed this man.
I think it's just a quick, practiced, just through, like, arm on one shoulder and short sword through and up the chest. It's something easy to do, it's something quick to do, and does not take a second thought to take care of.
As you slice through him, there's blood gushing out of where you strike him, and he just crumples immediately to the ground, dead.
Now let's see what you are up to. And I'd like to kind of look over him to see if there's anything of note that might explain, like, intentions or anything.
Can I have a perception check from you?
Absolutely.
You notice
25.
within his robes there is a secret stitched pocket. And inside that pocket you find a piece of parchment.
Can I read it?
You take the parchment out, and what languages do you know?
Common, Infernal, Primordial, and Terran, as well as Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Unfortunately, the writing on the scroll is in a language and has symbols that you don't understand and you've not seen before.
A piece of evidence for later. I don't know what accent I'm trying to do.
Scottish, French, Norwegian.
I'm trying Italian. I'm trying Italian. It's bad.
It's better than mine. So at this point, is there anything else you'd like to do with the body?
Not. I don't think so. I think for the most part, I've gotten what I needed to off the body, so I will leave it here until I can get other members of my unit to investigate this further.
You notice that there are more dead bodies down the way.
Oh. Right, all right. It's in that way. Do any of the do I notice any new ships or companies, or more the same
So
on the body?
you more the same. He seems to have had the same symbol as the first dead merchant you encountered. At this point,
Okay.
you hear a scream coming from below, and through the fog, you can make out a hazy figure uh, down to your south.
I run in that direction.
As you run in towards you the south, you see another hooded and robed person with a sword, and you see he is standing over a body, and they are still, well, they are dying, but they are still alive as they have their hands over their throats, over their throat, and it's like trying to stop the bleeding, but you can see that the blood just keeps gushing out from their neck and the onto the stone of the port. And as you run up, he turns and hears you and sees you and brandishes his sword at you.
Yes. Can we not? Alright.
At that comment, he says something to you. Shatha. Again, you do not understand it, but you know that it's in a hostile tone of voice.
Do I recognize...
Oh, go,
Yeah, sorry.
go for it. Go ahead.
Ooh, not a good one. But do I recognize what, like, I guess kind of species these figures have been? Are they human?
They seem human.
Okay.
You didn't really take a look, and they are hooded and cloaked. But they seem to be about 6-ish feet tall and walk on two legs, for sure.
Right.
Let me start this encounter. So the hooded man runs up to you, and you see what you thought was a sword is actually a sickle. And he takes a slice at you. Does a 21 hit?
Ooh. Yeah, it does.
Okay, let me roll for damage. You take 3 points of damage, and I can apply it directly to you, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. It is now your turn.
All right. With this guy in front of me, I'm going to attempt. I'm gonna kind of just quickly remove a pair of almost like they're tinted glasses or goggles almost. I'm gonna remove them, and I would like to use petrifying gaze on this cultist.
Okay.
can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving throw. He got a 10.
All right. That is not 5 or more. So he is currently restrained for 1d2 rounds, which let me roll that for 2 rounds.
Okay.
And can repeat the saving throw at the end of his next turn.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That is my action, I believe. I'd like to move around. Okay, one sec. My sheet just popped up. I'd like to move around him so as not to trigger an opportunity attack. Re-put the glasses on and look down at the figure he was attacking. Do they look okay? Or, like, could they be stabilized?
Potentially. Their faces sheet white, and they've stopped holding their throats as their arms have fallen limply by their side. You still see blood is gushing out of the wound, but they are barely breathing.
All right. Fuck. Okay. Let me just double check. Restrained. Become 0. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for this turn. Because I don't think I can, or could I? Sorry, could I bonus action or like object interaction try and like stuff some bit of cloth on the neck?
Yeah, I'll allow you to do that. I would need you to make a medicine roll
Absolutely.
to try and stabilize the person on the ground.
19.
Give me one sec to see if that works. Yes. So you stuff some cloth inside the wound and tie it tight, but not too tight, around his neck real quickly. And you can see the flow of blood has slowed considerably. But he's still sheet white and unconscious.
All right. I can only hope that'll work for now. And then yeah, that's it for that turn.
Okay. So does he make the saving throw again for at the beginning or end of his turn?
The end.
Okay. So he can't move and he has disadvantage, right?
Speed is 0. Can't benefit from any bonus to the speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and has disadvantage on Dex saves and throws.
Gotcha. Okay. So he's going to turn and take another slice at you. But again, this time it is with disadvantage. Does a 7 hit?
A 7 does not hit.
Slowed by your petrifying gaze, you're easily able to move out of the way of his sickle. And then he needs to do what? A Constitution saving throw?
Correct.
Okay. What does he need to? He rolled an 8.
To beat a 14.
Okay, so he rolled an 8. Does he get petrified because he failed? I'm reading your ability.
Becoming petrified on a failure or ending if he fails, I think the next one he becomes petrified.
Okay, so he's not petrified yet.
Yeah.
Wait, no. So he's petrified now because he failed the roll, and it says the restrained creature must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn, becoming petrified on a failure, or ending the effect on a success. The petrification lasts until it fades, or the creature is freed by greater restoration spell or other magic. So he is currently petrified.
Yeah.
For one more turn, I believe.
I think so, yeah. Transformed into a solid inanimate object. Incapacitated. Yeah. So I would like to take this moment while he's petrified.
Okay.
To kind of move 5 feet. Is this individual where's the pointer?
You just hold left click on something.
Okay. Hold left click. Is this individual here, do they look alive, stable, or have they deceased?
They are very much dead.
Okay. I think then, just because I don't want to leave him without any, I want to leave him to just still be alive. Can I attempt a medicine check to stabilize
Yes.
this person?
Yes.
Ooh. That's a 10.
You are successful at stabilizing him for the time being.
All right. That, I think, we'll just kind of...
So Foundry's weird. You can't move through another token, so you gotta kind of move around it.
Okay. So I think that's... I don't know how many feet of movement that is remaining. It was
if you
5,
hover over
10,
your token,
15.
it'll show you.
Oh, cool. So that's 20 feet. And I think is just going to... Would that medicine check have been an action?
We'll treat it as a bonus action.
Okay, bonus action. I would like to hold an action for when the character, or when the cultist comes out of the petrification, to attack with a short sword.
Okay, so you're holding an action to attack with the short sword when it comes out of petrification, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it is now his turn, and he should still be petrified until the end of his turn, so he can't do anything. The end of his turn happens, the effect ends, he's unpetrified, and this is when you would like to attack.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and
Would
make
I
a
have
roll.
would I have
Uh,
advantage?
I will say you will, because
Okay.
in his eyes, you just teleported from in front of him to not in front of him.
All right. I asked for this for sneak attack purposes.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So that is going to be. I shit you not.
Yes, go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. So that's going to be.
Almost a
Uh,
max roll.
15 damage. Plus a d6. That's
Is that for a sneak attack?
that's for sneak attack. Yeah.
So if you look on the right, it shows that you did 10 piercing damage, which is the 1d6 plus 5, and then the sneak attack damage is below, which is 5, which gives you a total of 15.
Oh. Okay. I didn't
So
realize
it rolled it
added that in.
for you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
yeah.
with that, you stab him just like you did the other one, but in the back this time, and he crumples to the ground. He's bleeding out, and he doesn't move anymore. He is dead.
Cultists, there's not much you can do about them. Oh well. Rifle through his belongings as well, checking for anything identifying I can find.
You notice that this person has a medallion around his neck. And the medallion is of a dragon.
No, all right. That's fine. Sure. Sure, we can deal with this. I should have stayed home. All right. I will just step over his body. Check on this figure.
Okay. He is currently stabilized by you, but that is it.
Do I have an idea for how long that'll last?
You did a quick field bandage, because you were short on time as you were fighting. So probably not very long. You would either need to help him some more, or you would need to get help immediately.
I'm willing to help more. I don't want to write up more paperwork.
Okay. Go ahead and give me one more medicine check.
Are you?
As you try to bandage the wound up more, as you take off the gauze that you wrapped around his neck, the blood starts pouring out even more, and all of a sudden, as you're scrambling to find something to stop the bleed, it stops flowing out, and you realize because all the blood in his body has been sanguinated.
Oh. Well, I tried. That's all you can do. All right. Let's continue on then. This dragon. Lunatics.
As you approach the two merchant ships, why can you? You hear some muttering on one of the ships, and you hear an old voice or an older gentleman's voice saying, "I tell you, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about no crystal." And I do not
Is it
know.
coming from the one north of me or south of me?
This one. Can you not see the people up there?
I cannot see the people. It may be just because of walls, though.
Try climbing up on the boat. Because you should. Okay.
Now I can.
It's just because of the boat. Okay. As you walk off the gangplank to the boat, you see two gentlemen, one an orc and one a gnome, tied up and bound, and behind them you see two cultists. As you get on to the main floor, the deck of the boat, the cultists see you and again start shouting something that you can't comprehend. And the gnome turns his head and looks at you and says, "Oh, yes, you, please help, send help, get help, do something. They're gonna kill us otherwise."
That are not that hard to dispatch, but I can take it. I can try. And we'll try to like climb up on top.
As you do so, they both advance on you. And we are going to start combat again. Go ahead and roll for initiative. And
Okay.
let me get the music going. Okay, so you are first.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find a. Can you take an action on your turn? Okay, cool. I will stow the short sword and pull out 2 daggers. And I'd like to, if I can, jump on top of the cultists near the, I think you said gnome figure, was that right?
Yes.
I'd like to jump like daggers down to attack.
Okay. Go ahead and make a attack roll. Okay, well, if you install always crits,
I promise I have not.
I'm gonna have to ban you from the game.
I promise.
That does indeed hit. You jump down with both daggers and impale the cloaked man. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. I believe I'm gonna make this is gonna be 2 dagger attacks because of the light property. Because you can make an extra attack as part of the with weapon mastery. You can it's the Nick property.
Yep, that's fine.
So that's going to be 4 on this one.
So that's That's actually so your dagger was doing 8 damage and 1 sneak attack. So for 9 damage, and
Yes.
the other one did 8 and 5. Well, it's only 8 because he can only sneak attack once per turn.
The way this is turned on is strange.
Yeah, I might have to look into it.
Oh,
but...
it's locked. It was locked. So let me try. I think it's something from my end. So, let's see, crit damage. Let me know if you see this.
Yeah, I see 2d4 plus 5.
Okay, so this would have been the initial crit.
Okay.
And then with the extra dagger, well, I guess this would be the extra attack of the light property. You make 1 extra attack as a bonus action, must be made with a different light weapon, the other dagger, and you don't add your ability modifier to it, to the extra attack's damage, unless that modifier is negative. Okay, so
it's just
this would
1d4
just be
now.
Yes.
Okay, so 11 plus 1d4 plus 2. So a total of 12 damage.
13, I think.
Oh yeah, 13, my bad. You deal 13 damage to this cloaked man, but he does not go down.
Oh, well, that's annoying. Alright, well...
He is bloodied, though.
Oh. I get up off of him and kind of try to interpose myself the best I can between the gnome and the cultist.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I don't think there's anything I can do.
Okay. The cultist on the right comes over to you and takes a swing at you. Does a 16 hit?
That is my armor class.
So yes. Okay, let me roll for damage. So you're going to take 3 more points of damage.
Okay. I am bloodied.
Yes. And then the cultist that you just jumped on is going to attack you as well.
I'm sure this can only go well.
Naturally. A 12 does not hit, correct?
A 12 does not hit.
You're lucky it hovered on the 19 for a second.
I might have to make a new character before session 1.
As he takes a swing at you, having been stabbed by both of your daggers, he falters a bit and you're able to dodge out of the way in time. It is now your turn.
Alright. I safely do not have sneak attack damage, I would say. Would you call No, I have disadvantage because I'm surrounded by multiple guys. Uh, okay. I'm gonna try attacking.
Go for
Uh,
it.
I'm going to, let's just hope this one goes well. This is going to be, see, I don't have auto crits on.
A 22 hits. Which one
I'm
are you
going-
targeting? The
I'm
one
going
in
to
front?
target
Or-
this one.
Okay.
All right, bear with me. I'm hoping sneak attack. I don't think I'd get sneak attack because I have two.
No, you would not. You do
cultists.
not have advantage either.
I would. It does say, you don't need advantage on the attack if at least one of your allies is within 5 feet of the target. Would you
These are
consider
not
the gnome an ally?
These are not allies, and they are tied up.
That's fair. Totally fair.
They pose
So
no
like I said,
threats to the
I'm-
cultists for the purpose of disadvantage or advantage.
All right, there we go.
Okay, so that is 8 damage to this
That's
one.
going to be 8 damage to that one. And I'm going to nick attack on the other one. Ew, that's a 1.
Okay.
So 8 to this one, 1 to this one.
Okay. So the one to your right, as you stab him, he goes down immediately. You must have hit an artery or something, as he just drops to the floor, dead. The other one, though, is still up.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I'll end my turn. I look at the dagger, and then I look at the one that's still up, and I'm like, what are you made of? You are something completely different. Huh.
So the assassin, the cultist in front of you, after seeing you nick and cut the artery of the other robed assailant, mutters something under his breath, and I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm
As a
so good
bright
at...
flash of light bursts forth from his palm.
Ew, boy. $15?
You are blinded by this flash of light, and you cannot see anything. And all you hear is the sound of footsteps running away from you on wood, and then a splash into the water.
How long am I blinded for?
2 turns, but the cultist ends your turn, and by the time you're able to see again, he has completely disappeared into the water. You do not know where he went.
Oh. I blink a couple times below the glasses, and like the snakes kind of like settle down. Snakes that make my hair settle down. Dio, what a strange gentleman. I look to the
sir,
two figures.
or ma'am, would you mind helping me and my colleague over here?
somewhere in the middle for that first part. But yes, absolutely. And I take a dagger and like cut open their robes.
The gnome stands and stretches his arms and legs, and you can hear a crack as he bends back to stand up. Oh, my back isn't what it used to be. I can't be tied up like that. And as the orc next to him stands up, he says to you, "Good sir, ma'am, I thank you kindly for your help. I don't know what those men wanted, but well, I do, but I don't have what they wanted. I'm sure they're gonna kill us."
I kind of gesture back to the docks. They've already killed half the population of these docks, so be glad you did not join them. Do you know what they were looking for?
Uh, and as the orc goes to say something, the gnome shoots him a look, and he's like, "Well, I don't know if I thank you for saving me, but it's kind of top secret, and I don't know you from Joe Hill, back home, so I'd rather not say."
It is fine. You can talk to my compatriots in the what is their name? The Korun? Are you familiar with the Korun?
Why? Why? Yeah, of course. I mean, everyone's heard of the Karn and their heroic deeds on the seas, feared by pirates and smugglers everywhere. Are you one of them?
Eyebrows raised from like behind the glasses. I'll let you put that together.
Well, if that's the case, would you mind taking us to your commander? We've got you've got to get news to Bacta, the gnome says.
Sure. Lead the way.
Well, I was hoping
no.
you.
I have to lead the way.
I was gonna say I was hoping you would lead the way, sir or ma'am, or I don't know, snake person.
Them.
Say,
I apologize. Let me introduce myself. Be easier that way. My name is Cecelia Occhio Toreau. Pleasure to meet you.
Well, it's my fun to meet you, and I want to say thanks again for saving our behinds. Um, my name is Stagra, and this here is my good friend and fellow scholar Gilfoyle. And the gnome looks to you and does a slight bow and says, "Thank you again for helping us out in that pickle."
Of course. I would look bad if I ignored the trail bodies, but what can you do? Side note, do either of you know how to read this? And I take out the like piece of paper I had gotten off the earlier cultist.
As you show them the paper, the gnome adjusts his glasses and squints at it, shakes his head, and hands it to the orc. And the orc says, yeah, I know what this is. This is draconian. It's not a very common language out here in Callus, considering them all to be hated by everyone, persecuted.
Hmm. One of the cultists had a draconian tattoo, or not tattoo, symbol on their paraphernalia, so possibly there is something to be said for dragon cultists, it appears.
There is something a little bit weird about this, Cecilia. It's in a really ancient dialect. Ain't common Draconian. If you get my drift, it's real
Hmm.
old, which is quite unusual because you only see these in textbooks. You see, I don't even know if anyone can actually speak this anymore.
Well, here's hoping we can eventually find someone who can. I have a good historian and scholar friend who's very knowledgeable about a good number of subjects.
Well, we'll need to talk to your commander before we can let you take that anywhere because we need to get this information over to Bacta.
Of course. Let me provide you an escort back to the barracks. Anything you need from the ship?
Only to get off
Your
this
ship?
blood-stained ship.
Hmm.
I don't quite like the smell or the see people die, to be honest.
That is fair. Well, let us be on our way.
And they will
And is it? Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Sorry.
it's back the way you came. So as you lead them back to your barracks, you enter in and you go and knock on your commander's room door, and you hear a gruff, "What is it?"
Survivors of a massacre at the docks.
A what at the what? When was there a massacre at the docks?
Like,
Bring them in, and you as well. I need a full report.
all right. I bring him. I open the door.
Before you stands a large man, uh, about 6.5, maybe 7 feet tall, and gruff and muscular as can be. He has a curly mustache and a bald head, and his shirt is very ill-fitting as it's practically busting at the seams.
Commander, may I please put you in touch with a tailor?
No, you may not. If I want to bust out of my goddamn shirt, I'm gonna bust out of my goddamn shirt. Now, where are these
Okay.
survivors you were talking about?
I step to the side and gesture to the gnome and the orc.
As the gnome and the orc walk in, they introduce themselves, and the commander says, "Well, so what happened? I want to hear your side, and I want to hear my subordinate side first." And Stagra steps forward and says, that they were on a mission from the Queen of Bekta to gather resources and information. And he pauses and looks at you, and he turns back to your commander and says, "Now, Commander of the Corun, is it okay to be sharing this in front of your subordinate?" And the commander looks at you and says, "With Cecelia? Yeah, Cecelia, right? Yeah, I trust
Mm-hmm.
her. I trust them. Trust them with my life. One of our best. Anyways, get on with it. I ain't got all day." And as Stagra continues, he says that, well, a Queen of Bekta, she had sent us to gather any information we had on the Lost Continent and to gather some materials for her. And as we got into port, the fog rolled in real thick. And as we were getting our things packed up to leave, we heard screaming in the distance on the port. And next thing we know, everyone around us was dead, and these two robed figures were both speaking Draconic. Uh, they tied us up and were asking us about a crystal. I don't know anything about any crystal, but from what your subordinate showed us and what we've seen, um, they had a message, and well, it says find the crystal, kill everyone else, and report back to me. And it's signed A.T. And the commander twirls his mustache and is like, "A.T. What the hell's A.T.?" The Stagra and Guilfoyle both shrug and say, I don't fucking know. But it's not a good sign if dragon people or dragon cultists or draconians or dragonborns are attacking people all the way out here in Mellow. They're usually relegated to the wastelands or the deadlands. So if we could get a message to Bekta, that'd be great. The commander looks at you and is like, "Well, I ain't got anyone to spare, but I could spare Cecelia. I could send her as your guard as you travel back to Bekta. Do you be down for that, Cecelia?"
I live to serve.
"Damn right you do." Now, Mr. Stagra and Gifil, or whatever your name was, I want you to stay here for the night, and y'all leave on the next boat in the morning once this fog lifts, and I'll send Cecelia. She's a top-notch cartographer, one of my best, and loyal to a fault. And she'll make sure that you get back to safely, and she can report her findings to the Queen of Bekta herself. You have any objections, Cecelia?
Mostly wondering why we are serving her again, but once again, I have nowhere else to be for a long, long time, so once again, live to serve.
With that, the commander says, "Good. Now, y'all can get out of my office. I got things to do." And he tells you, show them to our guest quarters.
I give a nod, and the like kind of polite facade that Cecilia was putting up once she leaves says, "Do you need any do you need any linens or anything, or am I good to go? I can show you where the quarters are, but truly it's not that complicated to find."
And this Guilfoyle speaks up and says, "Why do you put up with your commander? He seems like kind of an asshat."
Means to an end, more than anything. This entire this entire unit is means to an end, so to say.
If you don't mind me asking, what end is that?
Live and get enough access to put an end to the pox once and for all, or at least find something that can reverse its effects.
Well, you know that the Queen of Bacta and the King are putting together another expedition team to go find the first team that went out.
Hmm.
They're actively recruiting for adventurers, researchers, cartographers. We're actually part of the expedition. If you want, we when we get to Bacta, we could put in a good word with the queen for you. I'm sure she'd like to have every able-bodied person she can. I mean, it's essentially a one-way trip.
Hmm.
I'll let you think about that while you rest, and can let me know when we reach Bacta if you'd be interested. Um, we're going there to look for a cure, and if that's what you're looking for, there's no better place than on new land, essentially uncharted land. Never know what we'll find over there.
Is there a way back?
Well, from what I've read and from what I've heard, the Great Rift ebbs and flows kind of like the tide, and every couple of years, um, the rift shrinks just enough for us to cross from Yarmo across, and it's kind of just like a fluke that the first team was even able to get across. Weren't meant to actually make it all the way. They were meant to make it about halfway and come back just to see how much fuel we had left. But they ended up going all the way across. And we got some letters back, but other than that, we have no idea what's over there. So, and they haven't returned yet. So right now it's a one-way trip. But assuming we make it across safely, after a year or two, we could probably return.
Hmm.
Hopefully with a cure, or something.
I'll consider it.
Well, just once we get to Bechta, let me know, and I'll make sure to put in a good word with the Queen, and be a chance to explore a new world, essentially. And I think that's fun. I think that's interesting.
A map's only as good as what it represents, so you have a point there.
Uh, well, I want to thank you one more time for saving our hides and getting us out of that situation. And don't take what your commander said to heart too much. He again seems like a dick.
You have no idea.
I'm sure I don't. And with that, Stagra and Guilfoyle, um, they turn and head down the halls that are clearly marked guest lodging this way with an arrow. And you head back to your room. And that is where we are going to end our session 0 for today.